Catholic social teaching is the Catholic doctrines on matters of human dignity and common good in society. The ideas address oppression, the role of the state, subsidiarity, social organization, concern for social justice, and issues of wealth distribution. In this video, we will discuss the four encyclicals, which are Rerum Novarum, Pacem in Terris, Laudato Si, and Fratelli Tutti. Rerum Novarum, the first social encyclical promulgated in 1891 by Pope Leo VIII, concerned with the harsh condition of laborers who were forced to endure both work and discontent, critical of capitalism and fearful of socialism. Rerum Novarum is the encyclical letter of Pope Leo VIII, where it gives emphasis the conditions of the worker. It highlights the rights of each worker to have a dignified life, equality, rights, and justice. It's the Catholic Church response to the arising conflict between capitalism and labors, in order to prevent wrong ideologies that will create conflict and chaos towards communism. Pacem in Terris. The Pacem in Terris is a papal encyclical issued by Pope John XXIII on 1963, concerning the rights and obligations of individuals and of the state, as well as the proper relations between states, establishing universal peace in truth, justice, charity, and liberty. Pacem in Terris tackles about universal liberation and long-lasting peace to all nations on eliminating super deadly weapons used for warfare, a call to end the endless war, either civil war, Cold War, or World War. It promotes justice and charity to all humanity, especially the human rights. All citizens must be safeguarded at all times, without demeaning his dignity. Laudato Si is the call for the care of environment with proper way of using the natural resources, and by the destroying its natural habitat of every species. All are entitled to enjoy God's blessings, especially the creation He bestowed upon us. But the common good must be distributed equally and according without massive destruction of the nature. Fratelli Tutti is the third encyclical of Pope Francis subtitled Fraternity and Social Friendship. Fratelli Tutti talks about fraternity or brotherhood and social. On this letter, it explicitly states that we must care for each other, the last, least, and the lost, like Jesus Christ's sermons, who is our neighbor. And it explains not just those people who can give us back in return or repay the good we did have to them, but rather to those marginalized, the homeless, and less fortunate brothers and sisters. The Good Samaritan is the good example of genuine brotherhood, without counting the cost no matter who you are, based on religion, race, and culture. World is wonderful, a lot to explore and adore. God's love for the creation is indeed pure. Barefoot on the grass to feel the life of the world that was struck by a knife. We live with thirst which bound us to do worse. The church teachings awaken us. A lesson at last. World was never chaotic. It is the path of reason we pick. We must learn to love and care. Destruction to nature won't ever dare. As we stay to live life happily, how about cherishing life willingly? Love nature to have future. World is wonderful, a lot to explore and adore. God's love for the creation is indeed pure. Barefoot on the grass to feel the life of the world that was struck by a knife. We live with thirst which bound us to do worse. The church teachings awaken us. A lesson at last. World was never chaotic. It is the path of reason we pick. We must learn to love and care. Destruction to nature won't ever dare. As we stay to live life happily, how about cherishing life willingly? Love the nature to have a future.